स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे.
Here, this is the technique for a person who is living in the senses, not for the person who is living in the mind. If you are living in the mind, first you have to get healed. Then start this technique. Of course, this technique is powerful enough even to heal you. That is the beauty of this technique. But till you get healed, you will not be able to experience the enlightenment or ultimate truth. But once you are healed and use this technique, straight away it can lead you to the ultimate experience, enlightenment. The person who lives like Kannappa on the senses means down to earth, very simple, very straightforward, direct. Those beings, blessed are those beings. For them, these are the techniques. You may ask, then how to heal, how to come down to senses? Shankara gives a beautiful technique to bring you down to the senses. He says, Ahara Suddhi. Sensor, whatever you are adding into your system. When I say Ahara, I do not mean just food, what you eat. No. Even TV is Ahara. Television is Ahara. Whatever you are putting through the eyes, whatever you are eating through eyes is Ahara. Whatever you are listening through ears is Ahara. Whatever you are experiencing through the hands is Ahara. Just for a month, decide you will be on diet. Not just what you eat. Whatever you swallow, everything. Whatever you swallow, everything. The other day I was reading a very strange but very funny article in a magazine related to the whole food and diet. They say people sit and eat during the TV program, watching TV and filling. And you don't know how much is put in front of the table, and the moment program is over, the table will be over. Now there is a study about this eating and watching television. They say if the program is too violent, the quantity of food goes inside is high. Because your body feels highly violent. So you swallow left and right. And you do not know what you are putting inside. Program is over, you are also over. After that there will be lunch. Anyhow, not only the food which you eat, even the ideas which we take inside, even the things which we put inside, the Ahara Suddhi is the best way to bring you down to the senses. Bring you to the reality, to make you simple, to make you blissful, to make you down to earth. Shiva says, blessed one, as senses are absorbed in the heart, reach the center of the lotus. Actually, the original Sanskrit word is Bhagavadi. Bhagavan means blessed one. Bhagavadi means the Devi. Blessed one is a Devi. As senses are absorbed in the heart, he says, just bring yourself down to the sense level. Let you be completely centered on you. As on now, our senses are absorbed in the mind, head. He says, let your senses be absorbed in the heart. Means, do not live the life of fantasy based. Live the life of reality based. Reality based life. He says, reach the center of the lotus. There is a beautiful commentary on the sutra. There is a mudra called Shambavi Mudra. Let me now describe you the exact technique, what Shiva describes here. Whatever I was talking as a diet, agara shuddhi, all these things are lifestyle changes. That is one thing. An exact technique itself, now Shiva is describing. Let me narrate that exact technique. It's called Shambavi Mudra. Shutting down completely all your senses. Means, when you close your eyes, there should not be pictures moving. When you close your mouth, there should not be tongue movement. When you close your nose, there should not be smell. You can inhale and exhale. Don't stop that. Inhaling and exhaling can be there. But where you process and realize the smell, that part of the mind should be stopped. The prana can go and come, but no question of analyzing. Oh, good onion smell. I think food is ready. This Swami is not well ending. And Anna Mandir is ready. Clearly, you see, not allowing the thoughts which follows after you process and understand the smell. That is what I mean by the word stopping the senses. See, closing the eyes is very easy. But not letting things move inside your eyes, switching off the inside television is the real job. That is the real job. To tell you honestly, this whole technique, you need to practice only for 5 minutes, not more than that. After more than 5 minutes, you don't need. These are the powerful methods, can give you the glimpse of your inner space. You need a strong faith, strong understanding that there is something more than what you can see. That is the thing needed. There is some more better space or state of consciousness exists which you can experience even though you have not experienced now. That is all you need to understand. Nothing else. As of now, you have seen 3 states: deep sleep, dream and waking state. You need to understand there is something beyond these 3 which can be experienced, Here, Mahadeva says, enter into that Shambavi Mudra. Means, now I am describing the technique. Please listen intensely, internalize it. Just if you can sit straight, that slow mood of an afternoon nap time, that will. Except nose, everything can be closed. Nose should not be closed because the breathing flow should be allowed. If you have any thought related, connected to any smell, if there was any smell, your mind will naturally try to analyze which smell it is. If it is an incense smell, immediately your mind will jump to the incense, and the person who sold you that incense or who was buying incense from you, or the shop name and the person who was in that shop, and then some other person, and it will just go on and on. Stop any thought flow related to the smell. Stop any thought flow related to seeing. It will be like almost like you are slowly becoming the thoughtless being or the deep silent being. Let me explain the technique, then you can start doing. Closing the eyes. Ears you can close it just with a hand or even the ear plug. Anything is okay. Nose should be open. Mouth not just closing, the tongue should completely lock it. That is Shambavi Mudra. Shambavi Mudra means closing the ears, closing the eyes, closing the mouth, not just closing, lifting the tongue and locking it. There should not be slight tongue movement. See, if there is a slight tongue movement, you will see that there is inner chattering. If there is inner chattering, the slight tongue movement will be there. You may not be talking loud, but there will be that slight movement. Now you have to block completely everything. If you have the ear plug, okay. Otherwise, just use your fingers. All the 5 senses should be closed. How to close the sense of touch? Just take care that you are not touching anybody, and no ornament or the cloth is really tight on your body. It should not remind you that you are wearing them. There is a beautiful description by a Devala Rishi. He gives the rules and regulations for fashion designing. The Vedic fashion designing, he gives the rules and regulations. How clothes should be. It should not remind you that you are wearing it. Beautiful descriptions he gives. How a child's clothes should be. He says the upper part and the lower part should not be separated for kids. Very powerful instructions, and very after a strong research and development. He has done so much of research and development by wearing different kinds of clothes and seeing how the mood changes. Understand, your clothes and your moods are very closely connected. Some clothes will be constantly bringing you irritation. Not some clothes, I think all clothes. And some will give you the deep feeling that you are in a relaxed space. Anyhow. Now see that no cloth or your belt, anything is very strongly holding your body or making you understand that you are being touched. The clothes should be touched. The clothes should be such. You should not have the feeling you are being touched somewhere. That is the way the clothes for meditation should be. Especially when you do this meditation. Now you may not be able to change, but when you do this meditation in the home, see that wear such clothes that you should not feel you are touched. You should not feel that you are held. So that the thoughts related to senses will be stopped. Let me describe the technique. You may try for a few minutes now, but try it in the home at least 5-6 times per day. Because initially you may not be able to do for 5 minutes at a time. You will be able to do only 1 minute or maximum 2 minutes. But you can try 5-6 times. Morning before food once, before lunch once, and before dinner once, or in between if you have few minutes, you can try. Close the eyes, close the ears, close the mouth tightly. Mouth should be closed tightly. And no tight clothes, nothing else should touch your body. Stop all the things coming through your senses inside. Just stop. No process related to eyes, related to nose, related to ears, related to mouth, related to body. Then naturally, the thoughts which you already have inside will start coming up, will start working. Yesterday what happened, day before yesterday what happened, tomorrow what should be done. These thoughts will start moving. Do not bother about it. They will not have life more than 3 kshana. Understand? Maximum 3 kshana only they will have life. Unless the information goes through your senses and process happens, the processing system cannot continue more than 3 kshana. You may be thinking, no, I can sit and visualize, imagine for 3 lives, Swamiji. No, then you must be allowing things through the senses. If you just block the senses, especially the tongue, lock it, within 3 kshana, means 3-4 thoughts only can come. Maximum. 4th thought or 5th thought cannot happen. All you need is just lock the tongue, tightly close the eyes and stop the ears, but allow the breathing to happen. Just sit for a few moments. Suddenly you will see there was a space where there was no thought. After you start thinking again, you will feel, oh God, yes, there was few moments. I was there, but there was no thought. Even if you experienced the thoughtless rest for 2 seconds or 3 seconds, that will give you so much energy and you will feel that you had 8-10 hours of sleep. You will feel you had 8-10 hours of sleep. It's a very powerful, very strong method. Try 5-6 times per day. Within 5-6 days, you will catch the glimpse. You will catch it. Actually, your inner space is not so difficult to achieve. It is your inner space. We neither had technique nor had passions or inspiration to do. That's all. That is why the moment you have the knowledge about the truth, half of the work is done. The remaining half is just experiencing. Now you have manual. Let us start working. Please sit straight. And close your eyes. Close your ears. Close the eyes very tightly. There should not be any movement inside the eyes. Now just lift your tongue and lock. Do not allow any movement in your tongue. Just stop it. No movement through eyes, ears, tongue, and touch. Just sit. If you lost, thoughts have started coming, try again. just stop again and again. Try 2-3 times to stop. If it has started, if you have missed, start again and stop. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Relax. Try this in the home whenever you find time. Try it just for 2-3 minutes. All you need to do is just lock all the 5 senses and sit for a few moments, and after 2-3 minutes you yourself know, now enough, you won't be able to do anymore, After 2-3 times trying, then forget about it. Then maybe after afternoon, try once. See, you do not know. Every time when you try, the thoughts per second comes down drastically. TPS comes down drastically. First time when you try, the TPS may come down to 500. Then second time when you try, the TPS will come down to 300. Then within a week, you will see the TPS comes down around 5 to 10. The TPS comes down even around 5 to 10, you will have the glimpse of inner space. You will have that energy being released to the whole system. You will feel just live and fresh. As if you slept for 6-7 hours and you rest completely for 6-7 hours. Once you feel that freshness, be very clear, you touch the inner space. Then what you experience those few moments, try to relax in that same again and again. That's all. That's all is all about meditation. Meditation is like giving one opening and trying to be in the same space which you experienced when you had that opening. That's all. Giving the opening is called initiation. Trying to be in that same space which you experienced during initiation is sadhana. That's all. That's all is the meditation. So, try to play with this technique. Do it very playfully. Don't be too serious. Just very playfully. Per day, 2-3 times try. Of course, if you try in front of your kids and spouse, they may make fun of you. What you are doing? You went to that Swami, something he taught and... Anyhow, try a few times a day. You will see suddenly you are able to put yourself into the high energy and the fresh mood. In 2-3 seconds, these are all beautiful weapons, tools you can have. No depression can attack you. If you have this kind of tools in your life, no depression can attack you. No worry can attack you. You will not be taken over. If you are taken over by shaking things in your life, you have a technique immediately. All you need to do is Shambavi Mudra. That's all. Get back. These are the techniques will bring you back again and again out of depression. It will make you stand again and again on your own inner space. Blessed are those who can stand on their own inner space, who are not dependent on anything else. You will see, when you are not dependent on anything else, it's not that you will give away everything, you will not live with everything. I am not saying that. You will live without irritation. You will live with much more joyful way, relaxed way. When you sit in your sofa, you will have the mind to enjoy. When you have a new big house, you will have the joyful mood to live it. When you have the new car, you will have the blissful, exciting mood to experiment with it. But usually by the time we buy the car, we already developed the mood of 24-hour irritation. So you don't have time, you don't have the inner space to enjoy that car. By the time you make the big bed, this size, and especially in this country, queen size, the bed, you already lost the mental setup of sleeping or resting. So these methods, these techniques will give you the glimpse of inner space through which you can again and again come back, elevate yourself. Krishna says beautifully in Gita, Uttared Atmanatmanam Atmanam Avasadayet. You only have to lift yourself again and again by yourself. Whoever knows the techniques of lifting themselves by themselves, they are friends to themselves. You are the best friend to you if you know how to lift yourself up. If you don't know how to lift yourself up, you are the worst enemy. Nobody can help you. Only you can do to yourself. So, today we will end with this sutra. Maybe from tomorrow we will have 2 or 3 sutras per day. And let you all experience these techniques, achieve and radiate the eternal bliss Nityananda. Thank you.
India has given birth to great Paramahamsas, mystics, saints and divine avatars who have consistently delivered this world from darkness to light. One such enlightened master, exuding divine grace, overwhelming compassion and unfathomable spiritual knowledge, all at a very young age, is Paramahamsa Nityananda.
कोटि सूर्य स्वरूपिणं आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्त हृदय निवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोस्तुते कोटि सूर्य स्वरूपिणं आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्त हृदय निवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोस्तुते.
Nityananda was born as Rajashekharan, the second son of his parents Arunachalam and Lokanayaki in the temple town of Tiruvannamalai, South India. 10 days after he was born, the family astrologer predicted that Rajashekharan would grow up to become a Raja Sannyasi and guide the world, something his parents were not happy to hear. At the age of 10, Rajashekharan was initiated by Raghupati Yogi. In his moment of initiation, Rajashekharan was blessed with a vision of Parashakti. He went home and carved the vision he had in soapstone. One day, Rajashekharan was found etching a complex shape on a copper foil. It was the sacred Shri Chakra. The Shri Chakra is believed to be a diagrammatic representation of the cosmos. Shri Ramana Maharishi, Shri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Sharada Devi were sources of inspiration for young Rajashekharan. At the age of 12, on the sacred day of Buddha Purnima, Rajashekharan had an intense encounter with the divine, an out-of-body experience that was to change the course of his life. By his 17th year, Rajashekharan's spiritual quest became too fierce to be ignored. He left home on a journey of arduous self-discovery with no assurance whatsoever, but only a glimpse of the divine he received at the age of 12. He wandered far and wide, studying and practicing meditation, from Tapovan in the Himalayas to Kanyakumari in the south, from Dwarka in the west to Ganga Sagar in the east. He wandered for 7 years in India and in Nepal. With just 2 pieces of clothing and a kamandalu, a holy water jug, and with no idea of where his next meal would be. One day in Gaurikund, he beheld a breathtaking vision. A young man with a glowing countenance and flowing locks was walking towards him with long strides and divine grace. Wonderstruck and gazing at him, Rajashekharan realized that this was none other than Mahavtar Babaji, the enlightened master dwelling in the Himalayas for thousands of years in perpetual youth. It was this great saint who looked at him and uttered the name Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda, an enlightened being in a physical body, young at heart but wise in mind. Rajashekaran undertook years of rigorous penance, intense meditation practices, and in-depth study of yoga, tantra, Vedanta, and Shaiva philosophies before he attained the ultimate state of consciousness, the state of Nityananda, or eternal bliss. Word of the charismatic saint rode the winds in every direction. People visited Nityananda from far and near. Effortlessly, he won their hearts. The time had come, and Nityananda was ready to execute the real purpose of his divine birth. The purpose as a guru, as a master to the entire humanity. Life Bliss Foundation is his worldwide movement to spread his message of meditation and inner bliss. With its spiritual nerve center in Bangalore, India, and its Western Hemisphere headquarters in Los Angeles, USA, it operates through 1,000 centers and over 78 upcoming ashrams in 30 countries, causing transformation of humanity through transformation of the individual. How does one describe this great master? The charm of a child, the healing hands of a doctor, the compassion of a mother, the wisdom of a guru. To those who struggle under the many burdens of life, his presence itself is the answer they seek. In his arms, thousands find refuge, the ailing, the needy, and the seekers of God. The Master is an invitation to a journey inwards. In his own words, "Just allow me to light your being, then you will know that you are pure consciousness and your being pure bliss."
Nityam Sharanam Gacchami, Dhyanam Sharanam Gacchami, Anandam Sharanam Gacchami, Nityanandam Sharanam Gacchami.
नित्यं चरणं गच्छामि ध्यानं चरणं गच्छामि आनन्दं चरणं गच्छामि नित्यानन्दं चरणं गच्छामि नित्यं शरणं गच्छामि ध्यानं चरणं गच्छामि आनन्दं शरणं गच्छामि नित्यानन्दं शरणं गच्छामि
नित्यं शरणं गच्छामि ध्यानं शरणं गच्छामि आनन्दं शरणं गच्छामि नित्यानन्दं शरणं गच्छामि नित्यं शरणं गच्छामि ध्यानं शरणं गच्छामि आनन्दं शरणं गच्छामि नित्यानन्दं शरणं